Hello, good evening, sir. Can you hear me, please? Good evening, Rajeshwari ma'am. Can you hear me, please? Hello. Can anyone hear me? Professor Veda ma'am or Professor Rajeshwari ma'am?
And welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you're quite audible, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Could you kindly allow me to share my screen? Let us see whether is it working or not.
Yeah, sure, sir. You could share your screen now, sir.
Thank you very much.
Most
Share
welcome.
screen. I would like to share my PPT. Could you please see the first page, ma'am? Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, it's quite clear.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, ma'am. So I have some issue with my video. So I think only my photo is visible, right, ma'am? Now, as of now.
Yes, your photo is visible, sir.
Yeah. I am trying to connect with my video. If again my signal is a little weak here in Chennai.
Right.
So when I come in video mode, again signal may disconnect. So hence I would like to keep my photo. I think it won't be a problem for the audience. Am I correct, ma'am?
There won't be any issue, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Most welcome.
So, like a fellow engineers or a fellow students who will be a FCH
think you can
Okay, can we?
correctly paste that poster, sir. It is stretched, I understand.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, you can make welcome to in a single small line, and you can extend the y-axis.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, then it looks in a proper scale. That welcome to, you can make it into 25 instead of 60. Yeah, 25, 24. Yeah. You can bring it to the top. Fantastic. Now you can extend that y-axis. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. And even, no, don't do that. It will be stretched.
Okay, sir.
It is not in proportionate, hence, yeah. Even you can reduce x-axis.
Okay. Now it's fine, sir. Now it's fine, sir.
So okay, now it's
Okay, sir. Ma'am. 3 minutes. Feedback form ready ಆಗಿದೆ ma'am. Feedback form is ready ಇದೆ ma'am. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಕೇಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಲಾ? ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಸರಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಸರಿ. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, madam, you can start.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all. I welcome you all for the webinar on skill development for Industry 4.0. I hope you all are doing good and healthy. We are so fortunate to sustain in this pandemic situation and meet again and again for these wonderful knowledge sharing session. Before starting the session, I would like to welcome again Dr. P. Pal Pandian sir for this forum. We already witnessed how fruitful and how excellent the previous sessions were. So now I'm going to take this opportunity to welcome our resource person, Dr. P. Pal Pandian. So before starting the session, I would like to brief his profile. Dr. Pal has completed his BE from Madurai Kamaraj University, MTech from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchi, MBA from Alagappa University, and PhD from Anna University. He has 19 years of experience in academics, research, and administration. He is an enthusiastic participant at various international and national conferences, seminars, workshops around the globe, and also presented his research work. He has 30 publications in reputed Scopus, UGC recognized journals, pre-reviewed international journals. He has participated 90 international and national conferences, seminar, workshop, and symposiums. He has delivered 25 guest lecturers in various technical and management topics. He is the recipient of is the recipient of 10 esteem awards that includes best faculty and researcher in mechanical engineering, Republic Day Achievers Award in 2018 from Integrated Intelligent Research, Chennai, India, IASTE Excellent in Teaching and Research Award in 2017, Best Faculty Award in 2016, and Teachers Achievement Award in 2014, etc. Also, he received Best Paper Presentation Award and Best Poster Award in the international conferences. Currently, he is working as a program coordinator for robotics and mechatronics, associate professor for mechanical and automobile engineering in Christ University, Bengaluru. He is an active life member of different professional bodies like Indian Society for Technical Education, Indian Institute of System for Science and Engineering, and Institute of Engineers. Thank you, sir, for being a resource person for today's webinar. I welcome you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction. Can I share my screen now?
Yes, sir, you can share your screen, sir.
I think you have to stop sharing yours.
Sir, I will stop now.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for introduction. So without any delay, we will directly get into the session. So I welcome all the participants for this Dr. APJ Abdulkalam Endowment webinar and National Innovation Day 2020 celebration. And this webinar has a two set of platform. Number one is what do you mean by Industry 4.0? That I will discuss in detail. And what is the status of Industry 4.0 in India? That I will discuss now. And second part is what is the framework, right, which is required to meet out this Industry 4.0 for the betterment of our national building. So what are the skills that is required for development of Industry 4.0 that I will discuss in this webinar. If you have any clarifications, you are most welcome to ask without at the end of the presentation. We will have a discussion right now. So before going to the webinar, I would like to bring some memorable things about our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So today is his birth anniversary, and he born in Rameshwaram on October 15th, 1931. Being a student, his entire life was a very challenging one, right? And he have achieved so many things, right? So to name a few, he got many honorary degrees, starting from Distinguished Fellow from Institute of Directors, India in 1994, then Honorary Fellow of National Academy of Medical Sciences in 1995, Honorary Doctorate of Science from University of Edinburgh, UK in 2007, then King Charles II Medal Award from UK in 2007 in the same year, then Honorary Doctor of Engineering from NTU Singapore in 2008, then International One-Cam Wings Award from California Institute of Technology, United States of America in 2009. In the same year from US, he got another medal, a Howard Medal from American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Then a Doctor of Engineering from University of Waterloo, Canada in 2010. Then next immediate year, he got another award from Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, United States of America as an honorary member. Then the last couple of awards from Canada and Scotland, like Doctor of Laws, Doctor of Science. So these are some of the honorary degrees which he received from across the globe, right? So really it is mind-blowing, and this makes us to inspire Dr. APJ Kalam sir. Then he received very top ranking awards from Government of India, starting from 1981 Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, 1990 after 9 years, right? Padma Vibhushan, in 1997, one of the topmost award, Bharat Ratna. And the same year, he got another award from Government of India, that is Indira Gandhi Award for National Integration. Then the next year, 1998, he got a Veer Sarkar Award from Government of India, then Sastra Ramanujam Prize. So it is in Tamil Nadu, Shanmuga Arts and Science Technology and Research Academy. They gave another award in 2000. And last award which he received was Von Braun Award from National Space Society. So these are some of the green memory about our honorable and lovable and inspired teacher. He is none other than our Dr.APJ Abdulkalam, right? And if I want to tell some 10 big things, we cannot forget Pokhran, right? When Dr. APJ Abdulkalam was heading the nuclear test at Pokhran, he was the chief scientist. That was a fantastic event. Even till now, all the top-notch research institute, including NASA, they talks about this Pokhran test. And he was a supervisor in 1992, between 1992 and 1999, right? Then he was, he had a very good lead role in DRDO, in ISRO, and he is one of the man who behind in indigenous guided missiles like Agni and Prithvi, right? And hence, so in Agni and Prithvi, we call him as a mission man of India, missile man of India. So other than that, he is a brain behind, right? The first satellite launch vehicle, SLV, that was developed by India as indigenous target. And he worked more than 10 years in ISRO, and he was a part and parcel of this SLV-3 launch and all SLV programs. So he worked with cardiologist Somaraju, and he developed low-cost coronary stent for Kalam Raju stent. That is a remarkable invention by our missile man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So with this introduction about Dr. Abdul Kalam, we will directly connect the past and the present about our Industry 4.0, right? So here, I think everybody knows that what is the meaning of Industry 4.0. So this slide gives you the development stages of industrial manufacturing. In 1784, it was a mechanical weaving loom. And in 1923, it was a second industrial revolution. We used to call it as moving assembly lines. And it was very first used in Ford Motors. Then the third industrial revolution, it was invented in 1969. So it was that was the period where programming logic controller, it came into picture, and we used computers in third industrial revolution. And as of now, the fourth industrial revolution that talks about the data, right? Data are very, very important. That plays a vital role in each and everybody's day-to-day life, right? So here, 1 minute, yeah. So let me close this. Yeah. So this is the brief about the development stage of industrial manufacturing from Industry 1.0 to 4.0. And so in today's webinar, what exactly we are going to do, or we are going to see, means the skill development, which is required to build, right, Industry 4.0 in India for the development of our nation. So here I have given 8 pictures. So all those 8 pictures are diagonally opposite. For example, if you have a knowledge, the down bottom line, right? If you have a knowledge, right, that knowledge has to have an experience, then only you can use that particular skill. And if you are a very good learner, right, the ability of learning will make you a successful skill-oriented person. And all your competence will be a part and parcel of your entire growth. And then training, whatever the training you take or you lead, if it is an advanced training, that particular skill will make you to be a part and parcel of Industry 4.0. Now, so here I have given one pictorial representation of a diagram. So I'm going to connect two worlds now. One is a cyber world, another one is a physical world. So here to my right, to my right, whatever I have given, that comes with all physical world. For example, it starts from cobotics. Cobotics is nothing but collaborative robots. So robots will be joined together and it will execute the task or the functions based on our programs and commands. Then comes autonomous vehicle. I think you may be knowing it. 10 years before our Google, they started testing the autonomous vehicle on road, especially in Singapore, in the United States, in Eureka. Then we have more modularized production, multi-operational machines, smart storage bin, and the logistics automation. That's very important. Nowadays, the next boom, in India for market is logistics, especially during this pandemic situation. If you want to move things from one place to another place, so supply chain management, that plays a vital role. It is nothing but part and parcel of this logistics. So these all things are physical world. It means you can see things, you can touch and feel. To my left hand side, that is in the screen, right? So you can see cyber world, all that has data, right? So these are the solutions for the base technologies which I have given in the middle of the picture. What are those base technologies? Number one, computing hardware and production hardware and software. So this computing hardware, production hardware and software will have an interface with respect to camera or semiconductors or RFID or biometrics or other sensors or magnetic strips. So all these four will be connected through 3G or 4G. Now we talk about 5G technology. And Chinese and US persons, people, they are working hard to bring this 5G technology very cheap to the end user, that is people like us, right? So this is the potential industry, right? 4.0 solutions. And when we talk about what it is going to change or what exactly this industry 4.0 means in manufacturing. So here I have given 6 entities, right? Starting from process, product, scale of factories, supply chain, success matrix, and client relationship. So all those 6 parameters, when you talk about in traditional manufacturing, it is entirely different from industry 4.0. For example, you take a process. So in traditional manufacturing process, it is very rigid. You cannot change the process parameters. Sometimes even you cannot change the process flow. Even you cannot change the manual. But in industry 4.0, it is very agile, right? It is very quick and it is well automated. And when you see the supply chain, right? And when you, this traditional manufacturing, it is stock-based planning. But here in industry 4.0, it is JIT, just-in-time concept. It is not a static. It is a dynamic and predictive in nature. So this is the difference between traditional manufacturing and industry 4.0 manufacturing. And when you see this graph, I have taken 2P. My name is Triple P, Professor P. Paul Pandian. Here I have taken 2P. One P is productivity in the x-axis. Another P, it is profitability in y-axis. Why I have taken these two things? So any business in the world, so business means profit. They want to meet out the profit. So if you want to enhance your profit, your productivity must be high. What do you mean by productivity? Productivity is nothing but rate of production. It means in a shorter span of time, how quick you can produce more quantum of commodities. That is nothing but productivity, right? So this particular industry 4.0, it adds value to the productivity and it enhances the profitability, right? Now, so these are the benefits of industry 4.0. One is cost optimization, and it brings new opportunities to the ground, and it has a greater operational efficiency. So I think you know the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. First one is doing right thing, and second one is doing things rightly. Both are different, all right? So doing right thing is different, doing things rightly is different. Here, this industry 4.0 that brings the greater operational efficiency, that you should understand, my dear friends. Then comes external factors. It develops the competitive pressure on the other companies to provide good quality products, to make good quality products, right? So these are some of the benefits of Industry 4.0. And here I have given some key industry that is affected by Industry 4.0. If you are not changing to the dynamic environment, then your business will be very slow, and you cannot compete with other companies or other what you call brands in the market. Then obviously you will get affected, right? So I can categorize the industry into 3 types across the globe. So I may say process industry, product industry, and service industry. You name any one industry in the world, I can bring that particular industry among any one of these 3 categories, either process industry, product industry, and service industry. So these industries are affected by Industry 4.0 because of they are not equipped, or they are not upskilled, their workers or laborers that is suited for this Industry 4.0 environment. For example, you take beverage industry, that is process industry, pharma, process industry, textile, process industry, metalworking, chemical products, foods, clothing, apparel, sweating stuffs. So all these industries are affected by Industry 4.0. And here I have given 5 different verticals. One is virtualization. Nowadays, virtualization, it is very, very important, that plays a crucial role in each and everybody's life, including education. So now we are sitting in different parts of the country, and we are listening to this particular wonderful lecture or webinar. So that is nothing but virtualization. Then comes the level of value added. This Industry 4.0, it really adds value to your industry and profit. And this will be the game changer in future GDP growth. And the resources can be efficiently utilized. So resources means man, machine, method, material, money. So all these resources can be efficiently utilized if you adopt this Industry 4.0, right? And so these 4 things will join together. How it is going to make a new framework that we are going to see in forthcoming slides. So my dear friends, this particular PPT slide gives you the worldwide what you call announcements, you know. So how much money, or in terms of euro million, they declared to introduce Industry 4.0. See, in India, we call it as Industry 4.0. But in South Korea, they call it as Manufacturing Innovation 3.0. And in Japan, they call it as Robots Strategy, right? In England, they call it as Catapult Centers. In the United States, in America, they call it as Advanced Manufacturing Partnership 2.0. So when you see the amount of fund that is declared, especially for Industry 4.0 all across the globe, we cannot see our Indian flag. That is the present situation. So the China, they are leading in allocating fund in terms of 2,200 euro million. So they want to make they want to be number 1 in the world by 2025. So they kept the name as Made in China. So these are the global scenario of Industry 4.0 across all developed countries and developing countries. Now you can come to know. So here you can find the Indian flag, you know. So that talks about GDP, gross domestic product, at constant 2005 prices. That is in terms of US dollar trillions till 2014. When you see the graph, this the right top, you know, the right hand side, the extreme right, United States, America, they are leading in the globe, right? So when compared with 2020 and 2014, even though they have 14.7%, so the difference is only 2%. But when you take China, in 2000, their percentage is only 1.4. That is 1.4 US dollar trillion. And in 2014, that become 5.3. So even though our quantum is very minimum, but when you see the growth rate, we are ahead of US, Germany with 7%. So we raised from 0.6 trillion US dollar to 1.6 trillion US dollar. But when you compare with all others, we are very meager and minimum. So this is another statistics, share of global GDP. Here also we are very minimum. So here in global manufacturing value added, here also we are minimum. And share of manufactured exports in terms of total exports, here we are little better. When you see the third graph in India, in 2020 it was 54.5, 2014, 6 years before it was 43.5. Now the people are taking, the World Bank is taking statistics about this industry 4.0 across all these 8 countries, not 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 countries. Okay, my dears. Yeah. So this is another pictorial representation of how this high-tech exports, right? It plays a major role in industry 4.0. So these sources, these graphs I have taken from World Bank. And here I have given the left bottom, the source where I have taken from. So coming to this particular slide, so here this slide indicates manufacturing cost index in a couple of years. But in 2004, how we are in the same line in 2014 also. There is no progress and even there is no decline. So when you take France, it is moved from 115 to 124. They are leading. South Africa, it is not applicable, and even US also, they are maintaining the same status quo. And this is very important because the hourly compensation cost in manufacturing, if you use industry 4.0. So here in CAGR ranking, when you see India, it is only 8%, and Korea 4%, Germany is 3%, and the United States of America, it is another 3%. Now this is another total labor force. Now you can see our graph is raised because of our population next to China, right? So when you see China, it is 806.5. Ours is 497.0, 2000 and 2004 AGR, and China, it is, since we have more manpower, so we are leading in this total labor force across the globe. So we are happy about that. But when you talk about technology, robot density in manufacturing, we are nowhere in the world. So when we talk about technology and robots, so I am the coordinator for robotics and mechatronics in my university, Christ University. So we used to have a type of top-notch universities, top-notch companies across the globe. But here, when you see India as a whole, the robot density in manufacturing industries, it is very, very minimum. For example, you take any process manufacturing, product manufacturing, even service-oriented sectors. So the quantum of robot which is used in manufacturing industry, especially, it is very, very thin in India. But in Korea and Japan and Germany and US, it is very high. And this number of industry 4.2 related patents. So here research and development that leads to consultancy, that again leads to patent. So the patent that is filed in connection with the industry 4.0 all across these 9 countries, right? US, they are leading number 1. 3,120 patents they had in 2014. I'm talking about only industry 4.0. In India, we had only 35 numbers of patents. So how to increase all these scope means we have to embed, right, the proper skill with among our students and even along with our employees, those who are working in product industry, process industry, and service industries. So that we will come to later. So this is a regional distribution of industry 4.0 technology companies. So here you see 40% of the company that is in United States, America, 8% in Germany, Japan under 6%, China 4%, Korea 3%, rest of the world 39%. So this is a robotic companies in 2015. Then comes additive manufacturing. This is another booming technology, right? 3D printing, right? So in 3D printing, again, US, they are leading next to Germany, Japan, China, Korea, Russia, and remaining countries in the world. So these are the key factors and key findings, in connection with Industry 4.0. Again, I have taken this data from World Bank, IFL, IFR, and ILO. This is Ronald Budget Analysis. They have done it, and they have given this statistics only for India, not for other countries. So in India, when you see this GDP, it is just $1,573 billion, US dollar, right? And here, when you see the last before row, robots per 10,000 employees, we have only one robot, right? So we have a medium adaptation when you see the overall status. So the availability of large and cheap labor force, right? That is the strong, boom in India. We are, our workforce is available at cheaper cost, and the number of workers are larger, that is bigger in numbers, right? So here, even though we have all these positive things which is shown in right hand side, so still people are talking about Industry 4.0 in different platforms. And our MHRD minister, he talks about Industry 4.0. Even our Honorable Prime Minister, our Honorable President, other members of the Parliament, people, they talk about Industry 4.0, but we have to initiate that, right? So we have to launch. So once if it is launched, it ends with the end user. Here, end user is nothing but our skilled workers in the platform of industries, and students, those who are studying undergraduation and post-graduation, and those who are involving in research and development activities. Those people have to be upskilled, at least reskilled, to meet out or to suit for this Industry 4.0 need. So this is another graph that shows the gross enrollment ratio, right, in different educational levels, right? So when you see here, India, it is only 3% gross enrollment ratio at upper secondary level. In terms of percentage, I have taken very old data, today's data, recent data I tried, but I could not get it, right? So here, when compared with Brazil, even Russia, India, it is just 3%, So again, literacy rate. So if you want to upskill the student or upskill the employees, literacy is very much required, right? If you want to learn a new technique, new tool, you should have a prerequisite. That's very important, right? And the prerequisite, if you want to have, you should have a very good literacy rate. And when you compare with all other countries, okay, India, that stands above our age, 72.2, right? Now, again, the percentage of companies having difficulty in filling the job. So this is very interesting graph. So in India, 58% of companies, they are finding very difficult in recruiting people, the right people for right job. That is very difficult for them. So hence, they are not recruiting right people, then obviously their productivity will go down. They cannot meet our profit. Obviously, our GDP rate will not go high. There is a major reason for that. So here I have given 4 people. One is a blue color skilled trade worker. Second one is a sales representative. Third one technician, and fourth one engineers, right? So how these 4 jobs, employers are having difficulty in filling their vacancies. That is very clearly given here. This statistics I have taken from Talent Shortage Survey 2015 that was done by Manpower Group company, right? So now we have more number of opportunities in terms of employability. But the challenge here is finding the right skilled people for the right position. That is very, very challenging, right? So these are some of the reasons. And when you go through these 6 reasons, it is very interesting. Number 1 is lack of available applicants, or sometimes no applicants for the particular post, which is expected by the employer. Sometimes even you have some applicants, the applicants may lack in technical competency. So their applicants' technical competency level might be very low. So we call it as hard skill. That hard skill must be high. then only he will get recruitment. Then comes a lack of experience because of this unemployability, right? So people may not have more experience in a particular domain, so hence they cannot shine. Then comes a lack of workplace competence, that is called soft skills. Teamwork is one example for soft skill, and looking for more pay than is offered. So he might be offered 10 lakh CTC, but the particular candidate may expect more than 10 lakh as a CTC cost to the company, so he may not join. Hence, the employers are finding very difficult in filling the jobs, right? And sometimes undesirable geographical destination. So one student who is studying in Bangalore, he may not be interested in working with Noida, right? Or even Rajasthan, even Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. So they may not like those places because of some personal reasons, right? And even the East India or even at the last Jammu Kashmir, they may not go and work because of their personal reasons. So these are some of the reasons why people are finding very difficult in filling the jobs. So that is directly having connect with Industry 4.0. Now we have come to the second level or the framework, which is required for Industry 4.0. So here I have given three things. Number one is what change will this Industry 4.0 brings, right? So what kind of new, it brings many changes in terms of machineries, tools, decision making, and even authority giving, and even mode of communication, right? And how it differs in future. So it differs in future in these ways. So this labor operates the new generation tools and even the machines. Now, for example, I can quote this artificial intelligence, right? AI tool, people are using everywhere. Even civil engineering, they use AI tool. Mechanical engineering, they use AI tools. Biotechnology, they use AI tools. AI, machine learning, deep learning. Now, I think one more technology, blockchain. So block by block, they are keeping or arranging the data. That is also people are using. So the invention of these kind of different technologies for Industry 4.0, it will change the future. That is what we call it as framework. So these are some of the examples of changes with adaptation for Industry 4.0. So here I have given 8 pictorial representation. For example, you take the first one, automated production, right? So here automated production line can be equipped with robots, humanoid robots, and even computer controlled machines, that is CNC machines. And second one, predictive maintenance. So everybody knows that prevention is better than cure. So rather reacting, we should be like a proactive, right? So we should take always proactive measures. So that proactive measures comes under this predictive maintenance. Then connecting machines through cloud, or very famous buzzword IoT, Internet of Things. Everything is connected to the cloud through internet. Then comes 3D printing. This is another advanced technology under additive manufacturing, right? Then comes big data analytics, smart transportation system and logistics, and network supply chain, SCM, and production simulation. So these are some of the examples that will really change the real industry scenario, right? So as per with our Industry 4.0. So here very clearly I have given how the change will take place in terms of role. So Industry 3.0, if task is very easy, here all tasks are monitored off, right? Then here, whenever you do repetitive task, here error will be easily detected and you have to watch and call. But here you can decide. But everything is standardized in Industry 3.0. In data type of Industry 4.0, you will have preventive maintenance. And this slide will give you an overall picture of technological pillars of Industry 4.0. So it covers, I think, all technologies, starting from cyber security, cloud computing, mobile technologies, machine to machine, that is, we call it as MTM, then 3D printing, then advanced robotics, big data analytics, Internet of Things. Now, IIoT has come, Industry Internet of Things, RFID technology, cognitive computing, right? So these are some of the pillars of a technological pillars of Industry 4.0. So the same thing I have given over here, right? So these are some of the categories of skills into skill family. So here, what I want to emphasize here is the students, those who are listening to this webinar, or the employers, those who are listening to this webinar, right? They should have these three skills. One is an ability, second one is basic skills, and third one is cross-functional skills. So this cognitive analytics and physical abilities comes under the abilities, and process skills like active listening, critical thinking, monitoring self and others, and even content skills, active learning, oral expression, reading comprehension, written comprehension, ICT literacy, that everything comes under basic skills for any employer or even student. Then comes cross-functional skills, system skills, complex problem solving skills, technical skills, resource management skills, and social skills. These comes under cross-functional skills. So whenever I am talking about this Industry 4.0 to the student community, I would like to emphasize on these all 9 types of skills. So if you possess these skills, then you are ready to work with Industry 4.0. And people will, or the companies, those who come for campus recruitment, they will easily pick you up and they will put you in their company. It means getting placement is like a cakewalk for you people, provided that if you have all these 9 skills. So this is the another what you call core work related skills between 2015 and 2020 in all industries. So starting from what you call cognitive skill, system skill, complex. So here you can see that the middle one, the stable skill demand. So the entire demands. Okay, yeah. So these are some of the qualifications or the skills that is required for Industry 4.0. So that is what I was talking about this. So what is the related skill challenges we should adopt for our Industry 4.0? Number one is upskilling. Second one is reskilling. And third one is continuous learning. And the last one is change of mindset. These 4 key pillars or factors that plays a major role in Industry 4.0. So we have to upskill, and if the skill is outdated, you have to reskill, and you should have a process of continuous learning, and your mindset must be changed to adopt yourself for Industry 4.0. So these are some of the challenges, right? So demand supply mismatch, access, lack of industrial training, and quality, NQF, lack of resources, and VET, that is vocational education training. So this is what the entire BRIC nations, they talks about what are the challenges that is faced in skill development, right? So BRIC, British, Russia, India, and China, and I think yes, I don't know what, but they comprise of South Africa, yeah, maybe. So BRICS nation, okay. So these 7 skills are very much required, and which is needed for Industry 4.0. So here I have given what are the initiatives undertaken as a part of Skill India, right? So now we see, we discussed what do you mean by Industry 4.0 and what are the skills required you to adapt yourself into Industry 4.0, right? And these are some of the initiatives that was taken by our government of India. Here I would like to project these 5 things under Skill India movement. So one is PMKVY, and second one skill loan scheme, right? Starting from 5,000 to 1,50,000 rupees, they are giving loans. And third one, recognition of prior learning. So 1 million workers, those who are already possess particular skill, has been upgraded. Their government of India, it is upskilling the workers' skill. Then comes with a skill card like ATM card, debit card, right? So once if you are trained in a particular skill, they will give you a certification along with a card. So like a certificate. Then comes apprenticeship portal. So a student like you can always register yourself in Skill India for apprenticeship once you complete your third year or even final year, you can take an apprenticeship in government organization like BEL, that is BHEL, or some NAL, HAL, like that. And this is a case study, which is very interesting case study that was taken by National Employability Apprenticeship Program. So it is really outperforming, and we have another partnership to upskill for the jobs, right? So this is another initiative which was taken by our government of India under India-UK partnership for Skills for Job program. So most of the people, they may not aware of this, right? So it facilitates access to credit to trainees, and it develops the entry-level qualification, and even it builds the competition, competency level. So everything it is done by Government of India through this India-UK partnership program, right? So this is another case study. So in connection with the India-Europe collaboration for skill development, they call it as ABC, right? So A is nothing but building capacity, beneficiary institute, and B is supporting NSQF, and C is enhancing labor market. Okay. So these are the activities that was taken by our Government of India for upskilling our laborers and reskilling the students. So here, these are the best practices for skill development. That's very important. So one is all institutes should have a very good industry-oriented curriculum, and all students should have a practical training, and the institute should have an infrastructure for creating a holistic learning environment and state-of-art laboratories, and the standards and qualifications, NQF, must be available with the industries, even institutions, and quality of trainers must be good. The availability of sufficient numbers of quality trainers in institute is very good. If you have that, then obviously the students will be having a skill which is required for industry 4.0. And the last one is positive image. So these are the recommendations that was given by BRICS government for skill enhancement program, right? In terms of task force for training, task force for development and training, and they every year in each they will locate one country, and they will contest this skill competition workshops, skill competitions they are organizing, and they are requesting the industries, even institute, to take part in that world skill competitions, right? So these are the initiative that was taken by Government of India. So in a nutshell, I would like to tell Industry 4.0 like a version 4.0. So it moves like this: industrial technology that boosts the economic system, and that develops business model that creates a marketplace, and that gives the learning environment, and that by default then enhances the educational system. So here Industry 4.0, this is a development in terms of industrial technology, starting from mechanical, that is Industry 4.0 or the 1.0. Then electrical technology is nothing but Industry 2.0. Then innovation economy is nothing but Industry 3.0. Now present Industry 4.0 is data technology. That's very interesting. Then economic system, economic 4.0. So Hungarian economy, then industrial economy, knowledge economy. Then as of now, we are with innovation economy. Then when you talk about market 4.0, initially it was product driven, then customer driven, value driven. Everybody knows nowadays the entire market is data driven. When you talk about business, first one is very long ago, year long ago, we were with asset builders, and then we improved with service providers. Then we turned into technology creators. Now we are with network architectures. Then when you talk about education system in Industry 4.0, initially in Gurukulas, that was the information-based education. Then comes knowledge-based education. Then recent past, it was research-based education. As of now, every institute, they are adopting this innovation-based education system. So in learning, this is very interesting to know. It was a non-interactive environment. So in Gurukulas, when teacher says, student would listen that song. There won't be any interaction. That is industry 1.0. Then industry 2.0, it was interactive environment. Then industry 3.0, it was a collaborative environment in learning. And as of now in industry 4.0, we have a real-time interaction and collaborative environment. So why we need, the transformation? What is the current era, right? So in industry transformation, the transform robotics and automation, simulation, visualization, and horizontal vertical integration, IoT, IIoT, cyber security, cloud computing, additive manufacturing, even AR, big data analytics. So these are the things. These are the factors that contributes our economic growth or GDP. That's very important. So nature of work, product and service experience, collaborative networks, industry business based, and data and information connectivity. These are the factors. For business transformation, these three. Number one, products, then supply chain, then customers. So these are the factors for marketplace transformation. So engaged customer community, and again, brand authenticity. It is no longer brand identity. It is called authenticity, right? Then customization and personalization for products and services. Then supply networks. That is nothing but collaborative sales and support. These are some of the factors that contributes for marketplace transformation to build up industry 4.0. So here, when we talk about educational transformation, these are the factors that contributes. One is a learning environment driven by technological advancement, like this kind of virtual mode of learning and teaching. Then industry, it requires a skill requirement. Then comes you people are with Gen Z, right? Generation Z. So those your trials are different, right? So the academy industry collaboration, it is an experiential education that is very much required. And these are the factors that contributes for learning and transformation, starting from experiential learning, lifestyle changes, career plan growth and development, social structure, family structure. These are the changes or the factors that contributes for learning transformation. So what are the skills that is required for sustainable growth? That's very important. Not simply a growth, sustainable growth. These are the 6 industry ecosystem, right? So starts with the environment and agriculture system, healthcare system, communication information system, industry manufacturing engineering system, human service system, and business systems. So that I have given in a competency framework. So it is easily you can understand. And these are the skill framework, which we have already discussed now for in connection with this 21st century learning. And till now, we have seen past and present. Now we are going to see present and future, how we are going to connect the dots. It is very simple. Through Industry 4.0, we are going to connect present and future through these 3 paradigms. One is supply chain 4.0, customer 4.0, and product 4.0. So these are the future terminologies we will be coming across in near future. So thank you very much, my dear audience. So I would like to thank Rajarajeshwari College of Engineering for giving me an opportunity to talk about skill development for Industry 4.0. So on the auspicious day of our Dr.APJ Abdulkalam's birth anniversary day. And I would like to thank Professor and HOD Amudraj sir for organizing this wonderful webinar. And I would like to thank our Dean Research, Dr. Usha ma'am, and our Principal Chandrasekhar sir, and Professor Sobia and Professor Rajeshwari. So thank you very much, my dear audience. You have been a fantastic audience. Now I am ready to take your questions.
Okay, so only few questions are asked by the participants, sir. Shall I, sir?
Yeah, please.
How to choose a specific industry and upskill and reskill relevant to the particular industry during the college days?
It is very simple. It is very simple. See, I said no. So you can categorize the industry into 3 categories. Number 1, product industry, process industry, service industry. For example, that depends on the nature of the subject what you study. For example, you take mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering will obviously go to product industry. Obviously, I'm talking. Obviously means more than 60% of the student can go to product industry. It is manufacturing environment, production environment. When you see chemical engineer will be opting their upskilling and reskilling in process industry. For example, food technology, tanneries, leather technologies, what you call other related industries, all chemical industries, all called process industry. And people like computer science students, they will go for service industries. Service industry means writing a program for example, you take a hospital industry is one kind of service industry, wherein which they can use their programming language skills, which is suited for the day-to-day activities which is required in an outpatient hospital or the entire data connection of the hospital, right? Even when you take our telephone services, right? Airtel, Idea, Vodafone, all these are called communication service industries. They are not product industry, they are not process industries. They are called service industries. Electronics and communication students, they have very good scope in this service industry. So the student can freeze upon his area of interest, right? So once if the student chooses his area of interest, then it is very easy for him to identify and locate where he can go and do his internship, or even he can go and take his project work. So likewise, he can reskill, right? So even though he has a skill of program coding, so he can reskill according to the needs of the industry. Or if he doesn't have any skill of programming, he can learn a new tool that is called upskilling. So by choosing his field of interest, he can easily locate the type of industry. I think I answered the question of the student, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Only these are all the questions, sir.
No problem, madam. Yeah.
Okay.
So really,
Okay,
I'm thank you very much for your wonderful listening. Yes.
Okay. Before concluding the session, I take this opportunity to thank our resource person for expressing the facts, interesting facts about the industry and country growth. And also I thank for making time for making time for us in his during your busy schedule, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So I am honored. Thank you very much for your input, madam.
Okay, thank you, sir. And also I would like to thank all the participants and the staff coordinators for making the event as a grand success. The feedback link is already shared in the chat box, so kindly fill the feedback links, and you will once you fill the feedback link, you will get the e-certificates. Your feedback is very much required for us. Kindly fill the feedbacks. Even the same link is shared in the YouTube also. Please fill the feedback for further improvements.
So yeah. Thank you very much for organizing this one. So I wholeheartedly thank all the participants and everyone for your fantastic participation. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks again.